Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day, a very good afternoon to all our audience. Welcome to our webinar session this morning, a virtual presentation and discussion platform in conjunction with Gulf Travel Show 2021. My name is Razaidi Abdul Rahim. I'm the Director of Tourism Malaysia, Chennai, India. I'm looking after South India and Sri Lanka. On behalf of Tourism Malaysia, I really would like to express our sincere appreciation to the Gulf Travel Show for having us in today's session. I'm so very thrilled that I will be moderating today's session with our interesting topic, Malaysia Truly Asia, Key Industry Offerings and Insights. Ladies and gentlemen, the world has celebrated its first anniversary of 1 year of lockdown, 1 year of struggles, 1 year of self-reflections, 1 year of hopes, and hopefully with the vaccination rollout across so many countries in the world, it brings the light at the end of the tunnel to all of us. To adopt and to adapt with new norms will be the key words moving forward in our tourism industry. As the saying goes, thinking starts when one is in trouble. That quote is very true if you guys can actually agree with me. For today's discussion, I have with me three key main Malaysian tourism personalities. Welcome to the session, gentlemen, lady. Ms. Tila Munusami, Director of Sales and Marketing of Legoland Malaysia Resort. Mr. Steve Wundt, Senior Vice President of Lexis Hotel Group. And last but not least, Mr. Yunus Sampeh, General Manager from Borneo Trail Tours and Travel. These are our special invited speakers, will be our panelists today. Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. Without any further ado, let us have a short introduction by each of our panelists. Maybe we can start with the lady first. Ms. Tila, please.
Thanks, Razaidi. I'm Tila, the Sales and Marketing Director from Legoland Malaysia Resort. And I'm actually happy to say that I have been with the park even before the park opened, 1 year prior to opening, and now coming into the 10th year. And next year, actually, we are celebrating our 10th year anniversary of Legoland Malaysia Resort. So I've seen the growth of the park and all the exciting things and the fun, exciting things that has been happening here. So I'm looking forward to share more about that in a few minutes' time. Thanks, Razaidi.
Okay, thank you, Miss Tila. Next, Mr. Steve, or we can proceed, Mr. Yunus, your self-introduction.
Thank you very much for inviting us from Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. My name is Yunus, or a lot of you call me Muhammad Yunus, but the short form call me Yunus. I'm from the Borneo Trails Tours and Travel at Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. So we are celebrating 16 years our company here, doing more towards the inbound, specialized on the mountain climbers, nature, and leisure. So this one, I think most of people that eager to travel at this point, but be patient. We are doing the best for everyone soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yunus, for that short introduction. And I believe Steve is around. Mr. Steve, can you please self-introduce yourself, please?
Hi, this is Steve. My name is Steve. I'm the Senior Vice President, Sales and Marketing for the Lexis Hotel Group. I've been with the group ever since it first started, its first hotel. We have a range of exciting properties to share with all of you. Hope to see you in the Gulf Travel Show, and please come by and look for us under the Lexis Hotels and Resorts.
All right, thank you for the short and sweet introduction for Lexis and yourself. Okay, our next agenda will be the presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, let us start with our first presentation. Not more than 10 minutes presentation by none other than Miss Tila from Legoland. Over to you, Miss Tila.
As I mentioned just now, Legoland Malaysia Resort, we opened our doors in 2012. And within a year of opening Legoland theme park, we have added Legoland Water Park. Then just a month after opening Legoland Water Park, we opened the hotel. And just recently, in 2019, May, we added another attraction, which is an aquarium called Sea Life Malaysia. So today it makes Legoland Malaysia Resort. It's a complete resort destination with theme park, water park, hotel, and it's not just a normal hotel. It's a fully Lego themed hotel, and as well as an aquarium. So we are in an area of about you can see there's a map here. It shows the vast area, the excitement that we are offering in the 76 acres of land, where the theme park makes the most biggest portion of it. And adjacent to the theme park, we have the water park, and as well as the hotel, and just next to the hotel, Sea Life sits in there as well. So as someone who comes to the resort, it's not just a one day experience. It's a full-fledged, at least 2 full days of experience that you can have in our Legoland Malaysia Resort. And looking at where we are situated, we are actually at the southern tip of Malaysia, and Singapore. It's just about 45 minutes away from the central business district. And Changi International Airport, it's just about 55 minutes away. I'm talking about if the borders are clear. I mean, the custom clearance are clear. It's a smooth drive of 55 minutes from the Changi Airport. And if somebody is coming from the central Kuala Lumpur, by road, it takes only about 3 hours to 3.5 hours. And we also have a domestic airport, Johor Domestic Airport. And that's a journey about 45 to 50 minutes from the via flight from central Kuala Lumpur. And I must say that connectivity is an excellent connectivity for Malaysia. From where we are situated, you can access Legoland Malaysia Resort easily via Kuala Lumpur or Singapore as well. And moving on, as I mentioned just now, it's a resort. It's a full day interactive family experience, whereby one day is hardly enough with all the offerings that we have. And each year, besides we have got 3 different gates: theme park, water park, Sea Life, as well as hotel. Each year on year, we also add on new attractions and new rides to keep the park fresh. So of course, coming into next year, it's going to be 10 years, and you can imagine all the new attractions that we have added in over the 10 years period. And the latest that we have in our park, the most exciting attractions that we have in our park is the world's first Lego VR coaster. So imagine, I think the excitement now is all about digital, and this, you are wearing a gadget, and you're actually sitting on a coaster. So besides the movement that you can see visually, physically, you're also experiencing the movement by being on the coaster, and the virtual experience is very much Lego themed environment with animations on the visual, which is really exciting. And we have been getting raving reviews about this ride. And another new attraction that we introduced just prior the VR coaster was a Ninjago ride experience. It's actually a fully Ninjago themed area with the ride making the biggest attraction there, whereby just with the hand movement, we actually have an interaction with the screen in front of you, and then a family of four can sit in a cart, and you are actually competing among one another, again in a very friendly environment. And after the ride, you can actually see the score, who get the highest score, and eventually that becomes it's a very nice friendly competition while having a very high-tech experience as well. And besides that, very much all our attractions are all Lego IP based. And we know that Lego Friends is an evergreen Lego product, which is very popular among girls. And all the five characters of the girls we have them physically performing a stage show to our guests in our theater, which is quite a big theater that can sit up to around 200 plus people at any one time. And we have got two popular shows in the theater, Lego Friends, as well as the Ninjago live puppet show that runs in the theater as well. And moving on, the besides the theme park attractions, we have a very colorful Lego themed water park. At this point, I would say we are proud to say that we were one of the largest Lego themed water park in the world, and we have got unique rides and experience in this water themed. In a Lego themed water park, whereby you can actually sit in a raft, and you can even build having a build experience with the soft bricks while you are moving across in the lazy river as well. So all the attractions is very colorful, and I must say that the water park has been very popular among especially the domestic and the international tourists as well. And the latest attraction is our up close ocean experience with the sea life. We have got 13,000 sea creatures, and our latest our star creature that has just arrived to our sea life is our octopus. So, another interesting new addition that we have done in this sea life is we turn this sea life into a dining experience at night. So you can actually surrounded by the fishes. We can even have the dining experience with the up close sea creatures surrounding you in the aquarium. And all this experiencing while staying in a unique Lego themed overnight experience. And our hotel is actually an extension of the theme park. So when the park closes in the day, we can still extend the experience of the park to the hotel, because the entire hotel is Lego themed, and even at the lobby we have got the building interactive playing engagement experience, and all the rooms are also themed, and we have got 4 different themes of the rooms: pirate, adventure, kingdom, and the latest edition, it's the Ninjago Rooms. So, and in our rooms are large rooms. We have got a separate area for the parents as well as the kids. So, and each room can sleep around 5 people, 2 adults, 3 child, or 3 adults, 2 child. You can see even from the picture here, the adults area is separated, it can closed, and the kids can have their own area with their own TV and their own play area. And the excitement in the room, it's once the kids check in, we also have got like a treasure hunt kind of an activity where they need to solve a puzzle and redeem prizes from the treasure box. So the whole experience is not just a sleep experience, but again, it's another extension of the park experience while staying in the Lego themed hotel. And we at the hotel we offer a variety of dining experience experience. We have the restaurants serving from international to Western to Asian and to even the unique local Malaysian signature dishes are also available in our restaurant, where we have got buffet offering, and we also have again another more quiet a la carte dining Western dish experience as well. And we can also cater for different seasons, and depending on the palate of our guests, we also introduce new variety of the lineup of the dishes. And again, what's Legoland Park without an experience of shopping the Lego toy boxes? So we have the Lego shop. We have one of our biggest Lego shop in Asia called the Big Shop. As the name suggests, it's a big shop. We have the biggest collection of Lego toy range in our shop. And recently, we have also introduced online shopping experience for the products with the closure of the COVID. So people who can't come to the park, we also offer the choice of purchasing the items online as well. But as I said, we are proud to have the biggest collection of all range of toys, and we even have the unique items specific for the Legoland parks in our shop as well. I think I've just mentioned about the F&B and shows and attractions. So our park, again, the beginning area, we have just recently closed with the beginning area with shades and lights, and as well as some themed deco in the beginning area, where we have got a huge stage at the beginning area, and we run thematic seasonal events and activities. So this picture is last December, where we ran a year-end Christmas event, which is called, we themed as a Candyland, and upcoming very soon. So we hope the borders will be open for at least for locally by May and by end of this year. Hopefully that we can travel very soon. So hence we have lined up quite a lot of interesting activities, events, and shows in our park that's upcoming. And not forgetting that while we are having fun, the safety and well-being our guests will always be our top priority. And we have introduced a series of new health and safety measures, and we are very strict. We are an international theme park, which Merlin is the #1 theme park operator in UK, and it's actually the largest theme park, the second largest theme park in the world. We have a very world-class protocols and hygiene measures that we practice in our resort to ensure that we give a peace of mind to the guests who are visiting our resort. And of course, throughout this 10 years, we have won various awards and accolades from ranging from the awards from the trade partners to the direct consumer awards, and as well as industry awards like the Tourism Malaysia awards and so on, which of course we are very happy, and it also shows the commitment that we have in providing excellent experience to the guests who walks into our resort. I think I've come to an end to my presentation, so thank you, and we definitely look forward to all of you and also your guests visiting our resort as soon as the borders reopen soon. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ms. Tila, for that interesting presentation by Legoland. To me personally, I have to admit that adult can be transformed into a kids visiting Legoland, and so don't miss Legoland, and don't miss staying at the Legoland theme hotel. Okay, thank you again, Ms. Tila, and then shall we proceed with our next presenter? Let us move with Lexis. Please welcome Mr. Steve Wundt, the Senior Vice President of Lexis Hotel Group. Please welcome Mr. Steve.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Steve Wundt. Let me just like to introduce to you our group hotels, a very unique property. I shall go on straight to the point and get the slides all in place. And are you all seeing my screen?
Yes, we can see
Are you
it.
seeing my screen?
Yes, yes, I can see it.
Okay, so basically, this is okay, great. So this is basically the group of hotels comprises of four hotels. The Lexis Hibiscus, Lexis Suites. So you will notice the first three is in a town called Port Dickson. Is of our group. As you can see, they are all units over the Straits of Malacca. These are all streets over the Straits of Malacca. The main building is on you can see the tall building, and the rest are all over water. Let me just go straight into the point. Where exactly is Port Dickson? For those of you who don't know where is it, if you can look at the map, we are just south of the international airport. Traveling time by car is anywhere between an hour, 15 minutes, or an hour and a half. Okay, this is by land, by any rail road transportation. So if you're coming from Kuala Lumpur or KLIA International Airport, about an hour 15 to an hour and a half. And it's a triangle basically between Kuala Lumpur, Port Dickson, and the KLIA International Airport. So the traveling time, vice versa, whichever way, is 1.5 hours about let's put it this way. This is this is the flagship. Why the Lexis Hibiscus is the flagship? Because currently, actually, the Lexis Hibiscus still hosts two Guinness World Record. One being the most swimming pool, and the second is the most overwater villa resort in the single resort. So in terms of overwater villa resort, we have 522 overwater villa. So this is an astonishing number. That's how the Guinness. Besides that, of course, the resort has got very good ratings and won several international World Travelers Award, as can be seen. Asia leading wedding travel venue, best family resort, even best wedding destination. You can see the luxury family beach resort and a host of others. Besides, these are some of the others awards that we have won along the way. Okay, just coming back straight to the room type. Okay, how many room? We basically have 639 villas. 639, 522 overwater villas. That's the Guinness World Record. 117 on the main building. So you can see at the glimpse, I'm just doing on a very short and brief basis. You have the sky pool, executive pool, premium pool. So a glimpse of how it looks like. So this is basically the one that's landed. Sky pool is anything between about 88 square meters. You can see the room. There's a pool in the room. The next unit, this is the overwater villa. Starting category, the lowest lead-in, 71 square meters. You see very nice rooms with 2 bedrooms and then with a private pool, and you can see the sea in the picture. This is the premium pool. So this is a bigger room, 81 square meter, 2 king bed, polished marble flooring with a private pool, as you can see in the picture as well. And then, okay, for those who are doing meetings and events, yes, we have got, you can see down there, we have the grand ballroom, we have the sky ballroom. So we actually have 2 very big ballroom. Sitting capacity, anything from 250 to 450, round table. Besides that, just a quick glimpse again of the nice ballroom that we have. So what about activities? Yes, we do have a lot of activities. You can see the couple riding bicycle on the pavement. That's a concrete pavement. We built concrete pavement, not wood pavement, over the waters. So it's very solid. So you can see a host of activities. We have our own helipad. Weekends, we used to run helicopter rides for our guests. And then, okay, we have a host of water sports, all the water sports that you can see here. We have a nice beach that we operate this water sport. And then you can see the picture of beach. That's the beach. And then we have like a small J park, just a small park. You can see equipments that you can play with in the sea. We also have our own small little jetty that we run sunset cruise from the resort. This is that's the main building. You can see from the back the main building, the lobby. And then we develop a nice beach area, as you can see in the picture, and with a nice concrete pavement walk where you have a lot of stalls that you can see to enjoy Malaysian local foods, basically the various kind of Malay, Chinese, Indian. So you have all this on the hibiscus walk. There's a little bit a picture of the beach. So other things that we have, yes, we have the spa. So I did not want to go too detailed because I've got 10 minutes to talk about 4 properties. So the next one I'm going on is the Grand Lexis. So what's the difference between the Grand Lexis? Grand Lexis is about only 20 minutes from the hibiscus. Coming from the airport, it takes you just about an hour. Just an hour from airport, or if you are coming even from Kuala Lumpur itself, it's just an hour. That's all you need. By car, by land. So this is an overview of the resort. Again, Grand Lexis Portisson is also a multiple award-winning resort, as you can see. World Travel Awards, leading villa resort, 7-star hospitality, winner for World Luxury Hotel Award for Continental winner. So these are all we are all I would say of quality with all these awards. Even as an employer, Global Blessed Employer Award also you can see that. And even PATA Area Travel Writers Award. So okay, now looking at the rooms, same thing, Grand Lexis again. Every room has got its private pool.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Steve, for that presentation. And I believe that this is a very, very brilliant properties. To me personally, I really wanted to go back there and stay at either Grand Lexis or Lexis Hibiscus. All our audience, be it in India or be it in Middle East, please come and visit Grand Lexis and Lexis Group for that matter. Okay. Thank you again, Mr. Steve, for that presentation. Please stick around for our next Q&A. And last but not least, Mr. Yunus Sampeh from this Borneo Trail Tours and Travels. The floor is yours, Mr. Yunus, please.
Thank you, Mr. Raizadi.
Yeah.
Very good afternoon from Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. My name is Muhammad Yunus. You can call me Yunus. We are a local inbound tour operator from Sabah. We are in the capital of city of Sabah called Kota Kinabalu. So I'm sorry I don't have my presentation or slide presentation at this moment, but I will refer to my previous presentation that given to others webinar. Okay. So our company called Borneo Trust, and we are 95% inbound tour operator. What we are do here, ladies and gentlemen, we are do inbound called adventure, nature, leisure, islands, diving, and so on. So we are specialized based on the adventure tours, which is one. I'd like to mention that the highest mountain in Malaysia, called Mount Kinabalu. I think most of the audience like to know about Mount Kinabalu. It's basically the Mount Kinabalu is stand about 4,095 meters above sea level, and most of the tourists who like to climb either 2 days, 1 night, or 3 days, 2 nights. So the 2 days, 1 night is a bit rush. Why I say rush? Normally people have to rush from Kota Kinabalu, right? About 2 hours drive from KK to Kinabalu Park. It's about 90 kilometers away. So this is where we begins with registering and meet our mountain guide and climb up to the mountain rest house, which is where normally people will stay for 1 night. And the temperature for the mountain, which can drop until 10 degrees Celsius, in the morning can drop to 5. So to climb the Mount Kinabalu, basically we need your good fitness, and you are eligible to do this kind of venture. So no kind of sickness that allowed to when you climbing mountain, because when you reach at the 4,095 meters above sea level, which is the highest peak, and where you can see the sum of the views, especially west coast of Sabah, northern part of Sabah called Kudat Division, and some part of Sandakan area. So this is where first I'd like to share Mount Kinabalu. The second one is nature. So when you're talking about nature, we like to say back to basic. So we have a few places that, but I cannot compare to some of part in the world. But we are most popular about the monkey that found in Borneo Island. So this monkey only found in Borneo Island, which is in Sarawak, a part of Malaysia. Brunei is the neighboring countries. It's by flight, it's only 25 to 30 minutes from Kota Kinabalu, and also in Kalimantan. So this is back to nature, and also we can see sometimes it depends on our luck, which is the pygmy elephant, what they call the smallest elephant when we compare to African elephant, Indian elephant, or Thai elephant. So this is where usually we go for cruising, and we can see depends on the luck as well, the other kind of birds for those who love bird watching. And other than that, we also like to introduce for the nature tours. One is the Lahat Datu called Tabin. So this is more towards the trekking as well, the bird watching. And more luxurious five-star standard of jungle. So we're traveling to the same east coast of Sabah in Lahat Datu. This is more towards the trekking as well, and depends on the luck. Maybe we might see other big animals like mentioned earlier, the pygmy elephant. So now we are traveling down to the east coast of Sabah in the Sempurna. So Sempurna is the most popular for diving, love diving. This is the most popular diving site called Sipadan Island, the third best diving spot in the world. And if you have a chance to go, this is the traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Tawau, east coast of Sabah. So from Tawau, take another 2 hours drive to Sempurna. From Sempurna, take another 45 minutes to 1 hour to the island, some of the islands that we like to stay. So the packages is actually you like to spend more for diving, minimum 3 nights to enjoy more. This is the compare like Indonesia, like Thailand, or in Philippines. And this is actually almost the same, but this is actually located in the Indonesia, near border to Indonesia, called Sulawesi. So we're traveling back to the Kota Kinabalu. This is where the first, when you're traveling from any part of countries like from Hong Kong, Japan, Taiwan, Thailand, Brunei, so you have to touch first in Kota Kinabalu. So the Kota Kinabalu has a lot of to offer, especially those who would like to enjoy which five-star resort. So we have also five-star resort like Shangri-La, Nexus Resort, Sutra Harbor Resort. So this is the easily to access, which a good road to go that kind of Nexus resort. So the nearest resort that you can find in Kota Kinabalu from the airport only takes about between 10 to 15 minutes. One is Shangri-La Tanjung Aru Resort, as well Sutra Harbor Resort. So Tanjung Aru Resort, or Shangri-La Tanjung Aru, which is already established more than 35 years. And Sutra Harbor is more than 20 years. So other than that, places like Nexus and Rasa Ria Resort, which is about 45 minutes from the Kota Kinabalu International Airport. So now we're back to the what we are doing. As I mentioned, we are also handling a lot of the MICE group, as well the Indian wedding groups. So since 2014 until 2019, so being handled more than 6 wedding groups in Sabah, usually done in Shangri-La Rasaria Resort because of the spacious, as well the easy to access and long beaches and more things to see. So during 2014, we handled the first wedding in Sabah under the Indian wedding, which is about more than 750 packs, which is wow. So majority this special transfer for them, basically all private transfer from Kota Kinabalu Airport to Rasaria Resort, 45 minutes, and here and there. And we managed to also do some of the tours for them. And this is where we really appreciate where, how can the Indian wedding such a thing that they can think about Borneo, or we are here in Sabah. All right. And also we do daily tours, daily tours like cultural. The cultural here, we targeting more towards the ethnic groups that in Sabah, because we consist more than 32 different ethnic groups in Sabah. So when we're talking about ethnic groups, we are also divided into 82 different dialects. So the ethnic groups usually, they do have their own places, especially in terms of in northern part, interior, East Coast division, as well as the West Coast division where we are here today. So when I'm talking about the cultural tour, usually we will provide you one of the most popular called here Mari Mari Cultural Village. So this is where we to showcase where the lifestyle of people in this village. So I think with this, and next my presentation, I will show that everybody can see it soon during the exhibition. For those who think to come to Sabah, where we think about after the post-COVID, we are thinking about, of course, the SOP very strike on that, and we are thinking about where the people that when we come to the airport, so what we're going to do, so we're going to check the temperature and so forth. So this, please do not worry about the SOP what we are doing in Malaysia, particularly in Sabah. So with that, I'm sure that we're very eager to travel to worldwide, especially come to Malaysia and to Borneo Island. So I'd like to thank to take this opportunity to share this what we have in Borneo Trails Tours and Travel. Thank you very much. Back to you, Mr. Rezaidi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yunus Sampeh from Borneo. So I really think that we have a specialist from Sabah like Mr. Yunus with our session today. And of course, Sabah is one of the destination that really sought after across the globe. And we have Mount Kinabalu and all the interesting places that Mr. Yuno have actually shared with us just now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have heard what all these exceptional attractions, exceptional properties and travel business have to offer in Malaysia. And of course, our next session will be a simple forum with probably 2 or 3 sets of questions to each of our distinguished panelists. Probably let me start with our own lady here, Miss Tila. Miss Tila, I think what is basically the strategy are you using to inspire your visitors, to visit your venue and really to stay, Tila?
All right. I mean, if you say strategy, of course, the Legoland Malaysia Resort itself, it's the first and at the moment is the only international theme park in Malaysia. And for us, I think the DNA of the park, we are actually backed by Lego. And as you know, Lego is the number one toy brand in the world. And all our attractions are, it's very unique. I would say that you can have theme parks everywhere else, but nobody can copy a Legoland theme park because it's entirely with the unique characteristics of the Lego identity and IP that we are focusing on. And even when we do any new rides and attractions, all of those are really built. We have got a special team in Merlin. Merlin is the holding, I mean, the owning of the Legoland Park brand. And we have got a special team who actually curate the rides with the Lego IP and Lego theming to make it a real unique experience to our core target audience who are families with kids. So the ride has to be something that will really be able, or the experience will be able to enjoy as a family. And we also make sure that the experience that we are offering, it's also in line with the market trend and the changes. So that's very important. As I mentioned just now, like our VR coaster. So VR coaster is a technologically advanced ride, like Ninjago, the ride as well. Again, like using hand gesture, you're having an interaction with the screen in front of you. So while maintaining the family bonding experience within the family experience, we also make sure that take into account what is trending, what do guests look forward to, what is the experience that will be there for even a few more years to come when we introduce new rights and experiences that will still be able to actually to compel the guests to visit the resort. I think that's one of the key things that we want to make sure that we stay fresh and also stay to the trend of what guests really look forward to.
Okay, clearly said, Tila. Thank you. And move on to Steve. Steve, being the senior, the seasoned, the seasoned players in the industry, what part basically is Lexis playing in reaching out to the loyal customers, and is social media being utilized to reach your clientele? You're on mute. Unmute, please. Steve, unmute, please.
Sorry. Okay. During this time when everything is, movement restriction, social media cannot play, has definitely play a much larger role. And for us, basically over for again, today is the anniversary, 1 year of lockdown in Malaysia. What we have done, basically, we have continuously kept in touch with all our hundreds of thousands of customers, and we have used this through social media because Malaysia, of course, most of them are, some of them are festive greetings that, we have gone through, like, so many local festive, whether it's Hari Raya, it's Christmas, it's New Year. So we have sent out a lot of greetings to all our customer base, all our whole customer base, keeping in touch with them, wishing everybody well, and then hopefully that everything can come back to norm, and everybody stay healthy, stay safe. And also at the same time, we also social media very much to update our customers as to what we are doing during this time, such as the things that we are doing to upgrade our facilities, to improve our services where we can. It's a good time to really do spring cleaning of the hotel, the rooms, and everything. So we are always in touch with the customer to tell them that we are, rest assured, we are preparing ourselves fully that when the market reopen, all our guests will be coming back to a refreshed property, you know. So these are things that we share with them a lot. Many things to all the SOPs, how what we do in line with all this SOP to ensure that we have a very virus-free environment for the guests to come in. So in that, definitely yes, social media, I cannot explain how important it is. So we are doing right until now, you know, we are sending Chinese New Year greeting, Lunar New Year greeting, and every festival we are sending out greetings. So social media, thanks to social media lah, and our PR team has got this database that we are constantly in touch with every one of our clients who have been with us. Even through travel agents all around the world, we are saying, you know, we send them greetings, New Year greetings, whether it's India Independence Day or whatever. No, we will send greetings to all these people. So we are using social media to the max, I would say. So I hope that shares a little bit of what the things we do.
Right, thank you. So obviously the old school member have to be and the new school member, you know, in terms of social media and all these you know, virtual things, you know. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Okay, next question to Mr. Yunus. Mr. Yunus, what do you think? What are your thoughts on future travelers, be it Indian or Middle East? Do you find it encouraging based on past experience before the pandemic?
Thank you for the question, Mr. Zaidi. Yeah, post-COVID travel, we see changing maybe on business trend. This is the what we call the traveling pattern before the pandemic, changing maybe from the groups to become like FITs or maybe families or maybe under private tour or transfers. So FIT is now making their own travel arrangement because they're looking at the best deal, or maybe a hotel best deal, flights, fare, and also others. For after we're talking about the international borders are open, maybe the travelers will be a lot of required, especially to show that vaccine, maybe certificate, or especially what they call the card, to show that, hey, they are eligible to enter our country, for example. Yeah, this is the maybe other kind of documentation need to show before they come in or before they travel from the country. I think I'm right on this. With new traveling requirements, traveling will not like a pre-COVID. So pre-COVID, well, anytime, anywhere we want to fly, well, we buy just a ticket and go off. So the FITs I mentioned earlier just now, maybe they are high-end tourists. So they don't mind to charter. They don't mind to have a private tour. Why? Because they want to take care of themselves. They will think about they're not safe with others. So they might have. Yeah, and of course the family members, they will traveling. They might traveling together. So despite the groups join together.
Okay.
So yeah, okay.
Okay, well said, Mr. Yunus. Thank you very much. I think as what I mentioned in my earlier introduction, to adopt and to adapt is the new norms. You know, we have to adapt. You know, with the changing trend of post-pandemic kind of situation. Well, move on to Ms. Tila again. Is Legoland looking at a one-stop destination kind of promotion to promote the facilities available in the property, and any special offers to entice women, children, and family?
Yeah, and, of course. Thanks, Razadi. And just to mention, I think I have also touched this into the presentations. Legoland's, of course, core target audience are families with kids, and we know the kids are the festive power, but the women are the decision makers, and of course, the fathers are the funding person
Funder.
is for the holidays. But of course, for us, it's very important that we come up with the right promotions and packages. And we have got like we cater to the domestic markets. Of course, we have our annual yearly membership, 1 year membership, and for the international markets, we also have the multiple entry within like a 2 days period. So the international market, if they are only staying for a day in the hotel, they can actually access park tickets for the entire 2 days periods in and out from theme park, water park, as well as sea life. And this makes it very convenient for them. So this are in terms of the way that we configure the tickets and the pricings as well. And answering to your another question as one-stop destination, yes, when you stay at the hotel, it's you, and also the 3 gates, theme park, water park, sea life, and the variety of the offerings makes Legoland as a resort destination on its own, as well as we are also promoting what's surround the Legoland, the location that we are in, Johor. So Johor today and Iskandar Putri as well. If you look at the developments that has taken place as well as Iskandar Putri, there are various types of hotels and accommodations that has been and come up here, and also a lot of new tourist attractions and experiences that has come up in Johor. And I must say, like even 45 minutes away from Johor, there's also another very popular resort. For international market, when they come to Legoland, of course, Legoland is the key attraction, but there are also a lot of other interesting experiences that can do within Iskandar Putri, and as well as the Johor as overall, and you can easily spend 4-5 days in Johor exploring. And I'm sure that Johor is really well known for all the beautiful beaches and the attractions and the water activities and so on, that I believe that Johor has got so much of things to offer that will really trigger the interest of the Middle East market.
Yeah, thank you, Tila. I couldn't agree more. Saying that we have everything to offer to everybody in Malaysia, especially Johor. And move on to Steve. Steve, at the market now people are talking, especially our stakeholders are talking about all this incentive and everything. Are you looking at any special offers like buy now, stay later, or stay one night, free one night, or that kind of similar incentive program that to ensure future bookings for your property, Steve?
Hi, Razadi. We, in fact, we ran some very, very good promotions for the local market. Am I okay?
Yes, yes. Okay, move on.
We ran some fantastic. We ran some fantastic offers for the local market. Basically, with all the lockdown, international border closing, obviously we knew from the very instant that to keep things going, we have to depend on the domestic market. So actually, we were a spectacular offer to the local to our local supporters, and the response was in fact just overwhelming. Because we got help. We did not forget our travel partners. So simultaneously, when we were running this program, we offer some huge incentive to the local travel agents. All the local agents who are willing to market, and due to this effort, we had tremendous support from a lot of local agents. So this with our own social media marketing that we use, the combined marketing effort actually drew some fantastic figures for us lah. I wouldn't say, I won't say how much, but it's really into it's something that beyond that what we expected lah. So
Okay.
I definitely said yes, that what's important is that even as a hotelier, work with our local partners, work with agents, and I think it will basically synergize marketing effort to make it go further, to achieve much more like if you were to do it yourself. So yes, we have some fantastic offers, some fantastic incentive that we ran throughout this entire period lah. Even today, we still are running that.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Mr. Steve. I think right now is the time that we have to be.
That's about.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Steve. I think I agree with you that in this moment, it's really us to be very, very creative in terms of creating new kind of incentive and new kind of strategy, post pandemic situation. Okay, thank you, Mr. Steve. Okay, next question goes to Mr. Yunus. Mr. Yunus, your view about the sustainable tourism, is it going to be a key consideration for the post COVID situation about the sustainable tourism?
Thank you, Mr. Razaidi. Well, the sustainable tourism is is to increase the benefit and to reduce the negative impact caused by the tourism destination. This can be achieved and to protect our natural environments, wildlife, natural resources, developing and managing the tourism activities. Well, also when we think about the people in Sabah, because the industry is committed to make a low impact for the on the environmental, environment as well the local culture, while helping to generate a future employed for local people as well. And the positive of the sustainable tourism is to ensure that development is a positive experience for local people and also for the tourism companies and of course the tourism themselves. During this pandemic, most of the places are closed, especially the tourism destination. And well, this is what you call a chance to recover. And when international border are open, and the traveling will be controlled as all the destination and will be less damage. So that means the stakeholder working together with the government, of course, others, then we make the sustainable the tourism to be really good and to help more the local people.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yunus, for the good insight about the sustainable tourism. Move to Ms. Tila. Tila, in my earlier introduction, I mentioned about this vaccination, the rollout across the world. And obviously in India, they have started their vaccination. And of course, in Malaysia now, we had, I think, reported more than 300,000 this vaccination in Malaysia. And this vaccination and the way forward in Malaysia, will that be a key passport for travelers from future travelers about the vaccination?
Definitely, Razaidi. I think that is the key, and I would believe that's the hope. We hope that the vaccination process will, from Malaysia locally as well as worldwide, that can be completed in the shortest time frame as possible. And we really look forward to this process to happen as soon as possible, because that's really our hope, so that the borders will reopen soon, and we can't wait to see the international travelers in our park.
Mm-hmm.
again, I think definitely the way forward.
Okay, thank you. I could agree more about this vaccination. Now, hopefully, me in the market are really, keen when our border to open, because over here in India, people are just waiting for the border to open. They are really all out to travel. Tila, as our last question for the session today, what is your wish list or what your expectation for the future post-pandemic context for Legoland? The last wish list or expectation from Legoland.
I would really like to see a pent up demand. So hopefully the people has been locked down for so long, and people can just come out from the house and come out from their small surrounding and tour the world, travel the world, and can't wait for the world to get back to how it was prior to the COVID era. So I think I think we have taken a lot of things for granted. I think
Yeah.
a lot of privileges that we have had the prior COVID, and now we just can't wait for things to get back to normal. And I think one of the biggest privilege that we have had is we wish, which we have lost at the moment, and we really can't wait to get that back and to see the international or even the domestic and international tourists in our resort in the soonest possible.
Okay, thank you, Tila. How about you, Mr. Yunus? What's your wish list or expectation? I know it's obvious that from the travel agent's point of view, of course, getting the border opens and everything. What's your personal wish list and expectation for the post-COVID context?
Yeah, I agree with Tila. We really we compare to the pre-COVID. So we're being urged to do here and there, especially that we'll visit Malaysia 2020. We thought that this is where we can do it more and more. Unfortunately, it's happened. Well, our wish that after this, after post-COVID, so wish that more, of course, tourists come over to Sabah, especially, hey, we are here, the paradise of Borneo, especially when you go for beaches, nature, things like that. So this is the best place to visit, especially when you're talking about the islands just nearby. 15 minutes by boat, you can get to the one of the island, or maybe 5 islands.
Yes.
This is the Tunku Abdul Rahman Park Island. And the city seafood is tremendously good and fresh from the open sea. So we'd like to welcome back them to Sabah soon as possible.
Yes, I can't wait myself. Now, Steve, your last wish list, Steve, expectation. Your sound breaking. Hopefully, this last question will superb. Please.
Really, I really hope that basically the COVID to be over is basically, yes, in business wise, in hotel, whether it's in the hospitality, travel business, everything go back to their normal life, because
Right.
I've seen so many people losing their job, and it's sad to see, people losing their job, no income, so worried. So that I think has a bigger place in my heart lah, that everybody goes back and get back their job and go back to normalcy and earn the decent living, back to normal life again. Or those life will never be normal lah. It's got such a bad effect on so many people.
Right. Thank you. Well, thank you to all our panelists today for being such a sport. And I strongly believe that our virtual audience, be it in India, be it in Middle East, be it anywhere, not only had a good and informative knowledge, but most importantly, knowing who to contact in Legoland. There'll be Tila in the Lexis group, is Steve, and is in Sabah is Mr. Yunus, so they knew who to contact now. Okay, please get the networking started and get engaged for the mutual beneficial. And then from me, as a moderator today, I'm really sorry if any shortcomings during handling the webinar. And Malaysia truly will ever be ready to welcome back all of you to Malaysia as and when our border opens. We miss you. We really, really miss you. With that note, I'm Razadi Abdul Rahim, wishing everybody have a very fruitful business session in Gulf Travel Show 2021. Stay safe and stay healthy. God bless and thank you.